KBS World.
Delivering today's Korea to the world, it is Thursday, October 17th, here in Seoul. The news today starts now.
The South Korean national soccer team has returned from Pyongyang after playing an away game against North Korea for the first time in 29 years. The North Korean team's rough and foul play was the biggest obstacle in the game. North Korean leader Kim Jae-in recently visited Baekdusan Mountain on a white horse, something he usually does ahead of making important decisions. We take a look at what his visit to the symbolic mountain may signify. An earthen jar, presumed to be the oldest among Shilla relics to feature the drawings of carriage processions, has been discovered in KJU, along with more than 100 other relics of the Shilla dynasty.
Welcome back, I'm Tae-gyun, and we start off with our top stories. The South Korean national soccer team has returned from Pyongyang, where it played a World Cup qualifier against North Korea. Arriving at Incheon International Airport, team captain Son Heung-min told reporters that the North Koreans played very rough during the match, which ended in a scoreless draw, and even compared the game to a warfare.
The South Korean national soccer team played its first away game in Pyongyang in 29 years. Arriving in their home country early in the morning, the team appeared exhausted. Son Heung-min said the North Korean athletes were extremely rough, and his team was lucky enough to finish the game without injuries.
선수들이 다치지 않고 돌아오는 것만으로도 정말 저는 너무나도 큰 수확이라고 생각할 정도로 경기가 많이 거칠었고요. 심한 욕설도 많이 와갔던 것 같습니다.
The soccer star added that North Korea apparently wanted the game to be held without spectators because it was aware of its team's disadvantages.
이 팀이 우리를 강한 팀이라고 생각하는구나라는 생각을 했고요. 경기를 졌을 때 상당한 피해를 보는 것은 그쪽도 마찬가지이기 때문에.
Those who had a chance to watch the game said it was challenging from the start, even reminiscent of a warfare.
전쟁 치르듯이 그냥 치렀었어요. 앉으려는 눈빛이 그냥 살아있더라고, 북한 선수들이. 정신이 가미된 어떤 그런 축구를 하는 그런 형태가 돼가지고.
The South Korean team's head coach, Paul Bento, said the game was suspended many times because of the North's foul play, hampering the South Korean team from fully displaying its potential. Held without spectators and the media and not broadcast live, the Pyongyang match sparked criticism around the world, with some media sources calling it the most weird match ever. The South Korean team will get together again next month to prepare for an away game against Lebanon.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un used to visit the Baekdusan mountain on the North Korean-Chinese border ahead of making major decisions. Yesterday, he again scaled the mountain's snowy summit on horseback. The North Korean media touted his latest visit to Baekdusan mountain and reported that their leader has a grand plan that will amaze the world.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is seen riding a white horse in the snowy pine forest. His sister, Director of Propaganda Kim Hyo-jung, and the entourage trailed him on horseback. Neither his father nor grandfather created such a sight during their reigns. Kim rode up to Changunbong Peak, the summit of Baekdusan. The North Korean media described it as the birth of a new myth.
백두산에서 최고領導者 동지께서 이번에 걸으신 군마 행군길은 우리 혁명사에서 진폭이 큰 의의를 가지는 사변으로 됩니다.
The state-affiliated TV station reported that his entourage became certain that Kim had a grand plan that will amaze the world as they watched him. The Korean Central TV also reported that Kim visited Samjiyon-gun County, the gateway to Baekdusan Mountain. While there, he directly condemned the United States and stressed the importance of self-regeneration.
우리 인민 앞에 강요해온 고통은 이제 더는 고통이 아니라 그것이 그대로 우리 인민의 분노로 변했다고 하시면서
As North Korea suffered from economic difficulties caused by international sanctions, Kim's visit to the development sites in Samjiyon is likely intended to appease the people's dissatisfaction. His visit to the politically symbolic Baekdusan Mountain appears to have stressed the legitimacy of his rule in an attempt to strengthen internal solidarity.
북미 협상에 대한 실질적 성과들이 나타나지 않는 상황에서
미국에게 협상 결렬의 어떤 책임을 전가하는 대내 결속용의 어떤 발언으로도 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다.
After the breakdown of the latest bilateral working level meeting, Pyongyang appears to be pressuring Washington by mentioning the possibility of an intercontinental ballistic missiles launch and directly referring to America as the main agent of North Korea's sanctions.